This is another in the first read series where I read a poem that I've never read before by a poet I don't know or don't know very much at all, and just do a first reading for the sheer joy of it, to experience the piece and to learn about a new poet. This one is by Jarek Jarvis. I walk when I can. I have never heard of Jarek Jarvis, and this is from a online journal called Caustic Frolic. So whenever I look at a poem, I look at the form first. This one's spread out into different columns, which, if you run into these type of poems, you can usually try to figure out how to read them. That kind of question, do you read across the page? Do you read down the page? So clearly we're going to have to deal with that. They don't look like they're metered or anything in any kind of traditional form, and the word counts are different, so it's not, I'm assuming it's not going to be numeric meter or anything like that, so I'm going to assume it's free verse going across the page, and we'll kind of go with there. The form itself is why I picked this. I just saw it and thought, oh, that looks kind of fun. So let's see where it can go. I walk when I can as the title. Not sure what to make of that right off the bat. Like, I walk when I can. There's a condition on walking. I'm not sure where to go with it, so let's just kind of get into the poem and see where to read it. So my first tendency when I read a poem is to read from left to right, like we typically do in English. I'll kind of try that out and then see if I should be going up and down or, diagonal or something, which could be fun in itself. So, okay, right. Oh, America, America times the prophet, not out, embrace, space fog, that. Where a 5, the dream, point, nothing, the sprawl. Okay, so it's pretty sporadic if I read across. So America, America, that kind of works, times the prophet, which weirdly kind of works too. As a commentary poem on America, times the prophet, not out, embrace, space fog, that. It's kind of, as a weird logic, you can kind of tie it together this way. Let's see if it makes more kind of narrative sense reading down. Oh, America, where a 5,000 pound killing machine is required anytime you need to buy bread or milk, really anything. America, the dream we make. Yeah, so this makes much more narrative sense reading down the columns than across. Let's see if diagonal works. So America, the dream ever sticks, though, to meet. Closed door doesn't work diagonally across, or at least if it does, it's not clear how it does. So I'm going to read this column by column because that's the way it makes the most narrative sense to me. Doesn't mean it's a narrative piece, and if I read more of Jarek Jarvis's work, I might come to think the work is not typically narrative, so I don't want to look that way. But I'll start with this. Oh, America. The kind of Oh, America thing always feels like a little bit of a joke starting off, or a parody or a spoof or something, where a 5,000 pound killing machine is required anytime you need to buy bread or milk, really anything. This is fairly straightforward political commentary at this point, where it feels like, anytime someone needs to buy something in America, you have to use the violence to do this. And it's, not violence in a straightforward, clear way, bringing a 5,000 killing machine to buy milk, but to get these goods and bring them into the store and all this stuff, this kind of violence that's inherent. And the whole process from, gathering oil to whatever it is. America, the dream, we make ourselves miserable, then patent and sell the cure for 10 times the profit point. Well, this also feels pretty straightforward. Setup of the, political commentary on capitalism. America is this dream we make that we can't live up to. We make ourselves miserable and then try to buy our way out of it. And this kind of profit is this kind of way in which we become capitalist, and in becoming capitalist, we make ourselves perpetually miserable. Times the profit point. Nothing ever sticks, though. Not the pot, not the pills, the new car, the smartwatch. There's always this desire to something new, this capitalist drive in America. This feels like this poem is playing on that whole idea. We build up, not out, embrace the sprawl. Yeah, fairly true of most modern American cities. Don't stop to meet our neighbors, mine, I'm convinced, are sentient space fog that only assume corporeal form behind closed door of their box. I never knock. This kind of way in which we have, desire, and then we lost track of meeting the people around us, the people that, are our compatriots, because of all the stuff, the junk that gets in the way. This kind of weird way in which the title makes this kind of leaping sense at this point. I walk when I can, but it's become difficult kind of step out and walk around modern American cities because of how we built it up in this kind of dream for building it up. I like this. It's a fairly political poem. It's fun. It's punchy. The poem itself has a lot of nice little poetic things in it. There's a lot of alliteration, prophet, point, pot, pills, not the pot, not the pills, or the new car. So a lot of N's, P's in this section. The section's we're kind of doing that throughout, so it kind of works really well. It's fun. I'd like to, I like to see more of it. This style of poems. I tend to like political pieces, so kind of a fun piece. So nice poetic. It's not a lot of wasted words in here. It's to the point, and it gets something you can easily see as a reader. So nice poem. I walk when I can. Jarek Jarvis, like I said, caustic frolic.